Welcome to this edition of Buncombe Life. I'm out here on Leicester Highway at the satellite office for the Buncombe County Human Services West. They've been out here a while, and we've come to visit Georganna Cogburn, talk about WIC services, women and infant children. These hard times, this is something that you might really want to listen to. Even if it doesn't help you, you may know somebody that she can really help. So sit back and relax and listen to what we're going to talk to her about in a few minutes. I really think you'll enjoy it. One thing she wanted to make sure that we told you, so I'm going to stop now and do it, is how to find them out here on Leicester Highway. They're in between the ABC store, which is right in front of me, the McDonald's, which is over here. They're in Leicester Crossing, which is behind me. Not hard to find. They've got great parking and very great offices here. So that's where the services are. If you want to stop in and ask them questions about the service, feel free. But just take a few minutes and listen to what Georganna has to say about these services. And then later on, we're going to visit Rick Ramsey, go down by the river, and talk about litter cleanup and all the stuff and the services that he provides, which I think you'll also find very interesting. So, hope you enjoy this edition of Buncombe Life. Okay, we've shown you where we are out here at the WIC offices for Buncombe County, and I'm now joined by Georganna Cogburn. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you for talking to us.
What's your official title?
I am the Nutrition Program Manager.
Oh, that sounds good. Nutrition, that's always good. That's what we're going to talk about. We're here in front of your doors here, Buncombe County Department of Health, WIC, but we're not downtown.
No, we're not downtown.
And we've just shown the folks at home how to get here, and this is the entrance to your office. So what I want to talk to you about now is who can get these services. This is, as everybody at home knows, not an easy time for a lot of folks.
Right. We moved out here on September 1st, and our target by being out on Leicester Highway are the people who live in West Asheville, out in Leicester, and in Candler. We also have some people that live on the Alexander side of Weaverville who choose to come here to receive services because it's more convenient for them to come here.
Right. So you kind of did a study about this area and found that to put a satellite location here would help not only you guys get services to folks, but help the folks find the services more easily.
Right. Be more accessible to them. Costs less to get there because of transportation. A lot of people who come in say, we drive right by here, and to go downtown we would have to bypass here.
Right.
So they choose to come here, which is in their neighborhood.
Right. Helps with just the community, essentially.
Right. Our goal is to get out to where the people are at.
Yeah. So I know WIC, and you and I have talked for years about this several times. I never knew what it was, and I would see these WIC black and white stickers in the grocery store, and I thought, what is that? Okay. Women and infant children.
Right.
What for women and infant children?
We serve pregnant women, breastfeeding women, postpartum women, their infants and children up to age 5. Right. We provide for them nutrition education, talking to them about purchasing healthy foods at the grocery store, reading labels. All new mamas have questions about, what should I feed my baby? When can my baby start on solid foods? We talk to them about those things. And the big part of our program now is breastfeeding. We're here to help those moms with those new babies be able to breastfeed successfully, be able to return to work, and be able to continue to breastfeed.
Yeah, I read something about Michelle Obama saying that was a good thing. Well, I'm on her side on that one. That is a good thing.
Oh, it definitely is a good thing. The health benefits for a mom breastfeeding are just phenomenal. They can.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. Well, now, you say for new moms, is it any new mom?
Okay, it is as long as they meet the income requirements. If a person has Medicaid or food stamps, they're automatically income eligible. If you don't have those, you may still be eligible if your income is less than 185% of the poverty level.
Right, and that's sometimes hard to figure out. So if folks at home are listening and they themselves or somebody they know they think may be able to take advantage of these services and they're confused, they can just call.
Right, or a kind of a ballpark figure is if you're a family of 4 and your household gross income is less than $40,793, you would be eligible.
Yeah, now what if you're a single parent?
Okay, a single parent. If you have a child, even a dad who maybe has custody of his children, if he has a child that's less than 5, he can bring that child in and receive foods for that child.
Okay. And really, it's more than just food. It's counseling too.
Right, the nutrition education that we've already mentioned.
Right.
And then the food package changed in October of 2009. And our focus now is on the low-fat milks, whole grains, whole wheat bread, whole grain cereals, trying to get people to eat healthier.
Now, when they come here and they can get help, do they actually get money? Do they get a voucher? Do they get what kind of assistance other than the guidance that you give them?
Right.
What else do they get if they're eligible?
If they're eligible, they will walk out of our office the day that they come in with a voucher to take to the grocery store to be able to purchase foods that are WIC allowed foods.
Those black and white sticker foods.
Those black and white sticker foods. And also they get a cash value voucher which has a dollar amount on it, like $6 for children, $10 for women, that they can purchase vegetables and fruits. And I know a lot of people are talking about how they've been able to try a fresh fruit or a fresh vegetable they hadn't tried before just because they had that money and could try that.
So that's money. They don't have to go to the grocery store to get that. They can actually go to the farmer's market?
No, unfortunately they have to go to the grocery store to get that. The farmer's market doesn't take those.
Oh, shoot. That's something to work on.
Yeah, something to work on.
Well, now, what are are there any new programs coming with WIC? I know anything the government has got their hands on right now is changing.
Right.
Is there anything coming down the line that's going to change or recently changed with WIC?
Well, the big changes have been, and these have all happened in about the past year and a half to 2 years, has been the food package change. That was a big change to go towards those healthier foods. The other big change is the boost that it gave to our breastfeeding peer counselor program and the support that we're able to give to our breastfeeding moms, the increase in accessibility or availability of breast pumps. Those kind of pieces of equipment to help those moms breastfeed successfully.
And that's for the eligible folks.
Right, for the eligible folks.
Okay. So if anybody is watching at home and they're just confused, they might be themselves maybe eligible or know somebody, all they can have to really do is call you.
Right,
here.
They can call the 250-5000 number.
Right.
And they can schedule them an appointment for the site that they would be most likely or most accessible to them.
And thank you for bringing that up. This is not the only site for WIC.
No, it's not. We have 3 other full-time sites. One of them is at 297 Haywood Street. We serve the people who live downtown and in South Asheville. We have a site at Mayheck Women's Health Center that serves the women that go there for their prenatal care. And we're at Western North Carolina Community Health Services.
Or
Winches. Serving, and now there's a big sign out front that says Minnie Jones Health Clinic.
Oh,
so
that's
if
right.
you see that,
Yeah.
but they serve the patients who go there for their health care.
Right.
And then one day a month we are in Black Mountain, serving the people that live in Black Mountain, Swannanoa, Ridgecrest, Montree.
So we really have satellite offices out to help people where they live.
Right.
Right. That helps us as a government not have to be all downtown, and it helps the people too to get out to the places where they are. So we have given a lot of information in a very short time. If you're confused about anything, give us a call. There are no dumb questions. If I've confused you about where you're at, just call. They will tell you where to come. They will tell you how to get there. They'll tell you the office closest to you, and they'll tell you if you're eligible or not. And then maybe if you're not, some other services that we offer that you may be eligible for. So there are no dumb questions.
Right, and when you call to ask about it, the ladies that you talk to will also tell you exactly the pieces of information you need to bring for that appointment so that you get here with the right pieces of information so you can leave with those vouchers to take to the grocery store.
That's right. So thank you, Georganna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Thank you for listening. If there's any of this, like I said, that's confused you, just call us. We'll give you the information, or go to buncombecounty.org. We've got a ton of information there too. So stay tuned.
Hello.
We can all be energy savers. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Learn what you can do today at energy.gov/kids.
The Buncombe County Public Library System has stories for children of all ages. When children are read stories and interact with the storyteller, they expand their vocabulary and establish a love of reading at a young age. If your child hasn't experienced these interactive story times, now is a great time to start. There are 4 different story times offered by the 12 county libraries. School-age story time is for 5 to 7-year-olds. Preschool story time is for 3 to 5-year-olds and includes singing, stretching, and creative activities. Toddler time is an interactive story time for children aged 18 months to 3 years. And Mother Goose time is a lively language-enriched story time for 4 to 18-month-olds. To find out what story times your local library offers and their times, please visit buncombecounty.org/library.
We are out here where it is gorgeous. Rick, is this not gorgeous?
Unbelievable. Beautiful day everywhere.
It is a beautiful day. I do want to tell you, though, I'm glad you stay tuned because you enjoyed this segment. But you may hear in the background some noise. We are out here along the river, the beautiful French Broad River, but the Riverside Drive is up here above us, and it is loud. So once in a while you may hear some noise. Just ignore it because what we're going to talk about is too interesting for you to miss. Rick Ramsey, thank you for joining me today. What's your title?
I'm the Buncombe County Environmental Control Officer.
Environmental Control Officer. What a beautiful environment to try to keep clean, though.
It's hard. It's
is.
going to take the whole community to help us.
That's right. What we want to talk about today, though, is I know coming up here in the spring will be some litter pick it up, and we're going to talk about that. And then you're going to give the folks at home some hints about how to really help you pick that up. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But first I want you to talk about what you do on a daily basis, because I don't think folks at home know that the county even touches this. So tell me what you do.
Okay. Well, we take care of different neighborhoods. If their neighbor is having problems with their next door neighbor, they call in a complaint to us to see if there's anything against the county ordinance, with it being loose trash, bags of garbage out in the yard for many weeks, tires, all kinds of batteries, car parts. So me and my co-worker, we try to take care of those issues.
So give me an example. Let's say, the folks at home know I've said this many times, I live in Fairview. So let's say that I'm out in Fairview and my neighbor has just got stacked up junk. Instead of me going over there and saying anything or calling the sheriff, I would actually call you.
You would call our office and we would go out and take a look at that property and see if it's against the county ordinance. Then we would probably give them a green card just to let them know on their door, or a notice of violation, and giving them 15 days to comply with the county ordinance.
And just to clean it up?
Just to clean it up. And we don't really want any fines or anything like that. We just want to take care of the problem.
Right. And then if it's not a problem, if it's not in violation, you'd get back in touch with me and say, no, that's totally legal. That's fine. Now what happens when you give them the notice and nothing happens?
Well, we go back out and reinvestigate that area, and we send another notice of violation out to them, and that becomes a $50 a day fine. So normally they will call in when they're being fined $50 a day.
Right.
So we're there still to try to work with them.
You don't want to do that. But
we don't want to do that, but sometimes we have to because we have to abide by the county ordinance.
That's right, and the county is getting, it's the same size, but it feels like it's getting smaller and smaller.
You are right, yes.
So this really does help folks get along and help folks clean up, because I bet you guys give them some tips on how to get it cleaned up.
We do, and we're there to work with them, not against them. That is the main thing that the county wants to make sure of. We're not against anyone. We want to help them out.
Right, because having trash on your property is dangerous.
It is.
As we run into the spring and summer season here too, mosquitoes and water and old tires and trash, it is.
It is. It's unsightly and unsafe, and it definitely is that.
Yeah. So now there's some other things that you do. I know dump sites, like and unfortunately it does happen. You were saying even out here along this gorgeous river, people will throw couches
Yes, that's a huge thing that we take care of in our office, and it used to be worse years and years ago. It has gotten better, I think, along with education and knowing that there's an agency like us out there and other agencies all around the state that are taking care of it. But yeah, many tires. We've cleaned up, just our office alone, almost 400 tires this year just from being dumped off the side of the mountain.
400?
400. That's a lot of tires.
It is a lot of tires. Now, when y'all clean them up, you take them to the landfill?
We take them to the landfill, and then they are recycled.
Right. So they don't even go into the landfill. They're actually taken and recycled.
Right.
Okay. So if somebody at home knows of a site that where people, it seems just to be dumping, not necessarily along the sides of the road, but just over embankments and things like that.
Yes, whatever information they can get, if they sort of know if their neighbor is dumping up on the top of the mountain ridge, yes. Get their tag number, call it in to us, that helps. It's sort of hard to cite, you know, people without it being unseen, but sometimes we do find names and addresses in those bags of trash that's been dumped off the side of the mountain. So there is definitely some ways of getting people to clean it up and getting them fined to stop this. So the more that we're out there looking and people are watching, the better off we're all going to be.
That's right. So don't hesitate. Nobody, even if you can't help, they should call and report.
They should definitely call.
Right, so there is relief for you. If you know where there's a big dump site, they can call you and get that taken care of.
Correct.
Yeah, that's encouraging. Now, what else do you do other than the roadside litter? We'll get to that in a minute.
Well, we take care of our Pick It Up, Buncombe Green program, so we're sort of switching it over to that, where we'll all be together on the Buncombe Green format. And we work with different agencies on that also, with Asheville Green Works, Riverlink. They're a big help along the side of the river, and what items that they can't get, they call us, and we help them a lot out also. So it's all about the community working together.
Yeah, so if there's groups that are watching or listening that want to get involved with cleaning up their neighborhood or anything like that, would they call you?
They would call our office also, and we try to get them to pick up 3 bags of garbage. We give the gloves, the vest, and we send them out onto a road, or they may have somewhere to go, and they pick that up, and then we give them a great Buncombe Green t-shirt.
Yes, and they're really pretty t-shirts. You need to get one.
Yeah.
And that's not just, it's not just 1 month a year.
It's not. I know that there's the great Asheville, or the great North Carolina cleanup is March 1st through May 30th. But we go all year long, and we actually have a lot of people that do it in the winter months, because the winter months is when you really see it. People are not out there, so people are really getting out there and doing it more so.
Yeah, so starting now is a great time to get out.
Perfect time, and we're actually doing a lot of cleanups right now because we can see, and it's not so dangerous.
Right, right, that's perfect. Now, you've got to tell the folks at home about this little card that you handed me. This, you're going to love this. And we will get this on the screen for you, tell you where you can get it. But there's different ways to do it other than having this card. It says SWAT a litter bug report.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
Well, to me, it's the best thing that the state has come up with, because there's so much litter being thrown out of the car windows. Cigarette butts is the #1 trash thing in America. People do not realize it. They smoke, they throw it out the window. If you see it, write down their tag number, give the location, the time, and what is the littering offense. Is it any type of trash bag, bottle, anything, cigarette butts, again.
Yeah, fast food trash out the window.
Huge.
You see it all the time.
Huge. And so you can definitely, that's just a great way. And so then DOT, they will send out a letter to those people that have been doing that. So it's just, again, making people aware.
That's right. So there's 3 ways to do it. One, you can pick up one of these cards and we'll tell you where to get these. Or just record license plate, date, time, what happened and where it was, and then mail it to the address that we can give you also on the screen. Or you can go online and report.
And that's what most people have been doing, and I think it's the easiest way.
Oh yeah, and we will put all that information up on the screen so you can see it. I just love this.
I love it too.
I do. Because you know, with road rage, do you really want to point somebody out? And we don't want to do that. You know? So just see it, just make a little note in your car,
Right.
and report it.
It's the best way.
That's right. It definitely will make you think twice about throwing something out the window. You don't know who's going to see you do it.
That's right.
And you could get in trouble. So
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick. Is there anything else you want the folks at home to know?
Just pick up litter. It's going to take us all.
That's
It's going
exactly
to take
right.
us all.
That's exactly right. And there's nothing worse than driving down our beautiful streets in Asheville, out in the county, out here, and seeing trash.
You're right.
Now, one thing I've started doing is if I'm walking along the streets and I see trash, I just kind of pick it up.
I do it also, and I think that's what more and more people are doing.
So don't hesitate. If you see trash, pick it up. Okay, everybody knows that dumping their trash over a bank, although people still do it, just like you've said, that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. I bet most people do it under the dark of night. But there's other ways to illegally dump. Tell me what those are. I don't think people get it.
The biggest thing right now in the county is putting their household garbage out with other people's trash. They are not paying for their trash pickup, but they're taking it to their neighbors or down the street
and just sitting it
or
there.
sitting it down there, and it's making a mess. And then the garbage haulers don't pick that up, so the dogs again are getting into it, which makes it very unsafe for them, their cats, any animal.
Yeah.
And also on the road, it's scattered throughout the road, so then everyone else is having to clean up that trash going into their yard. So it is illegal, and it is huge right now in Asheville.
And y'all are following that. You are checking this.
We are out checking it just about daily.
Okay, so folks at home need to know that just because you don't dump it over a bank, just you set it next to your neighbors, if you're not paying for the pickup, that's illegal dumping.
That's illegal, so they better either get to the transfer station or pay for trash pickup.
That's right, and that's easy to do.
Easy.
If you can't afford trash pickup, there's still avenues for you to dump your trash.
Correct.
Legally.
When you earn your GED diploma, the barriers in your life fall. Take the first step and get free GED information in your area at 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or yourged.org. Earn your GED diploma and begin your brighter future.
Can you see the silent killer in this room? You can't smell it, taste it, or see it, but you're breathing it in right now. Right now. Right now. It's radon. Radon is the leading cause of lung cancer among non-smokers. Radon causes 21,000 lung cancer deaths per year. The average home in Buncombe County will test over the safe level for radon gas. Testing your home for radon is simple and inexpensive. For more information about radon, visit ncradon.org or contact the Buncombe County Cooperative Extension Office at 255-5522.
That's it.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Welcome back. I'm glad you stay tuned. You and I have had a little adventure since I last said stay tuned. We have come up the river. We've moved from where we were down there, and that was a beautiful location too.
Beautiful.
Took a little trip to see some trash that Rick wanted us to see, pulled off to the side of the road, and I want you to tell the folks at home what we just saw.
Well, we saw a lot of illegal dump sites
Right.
down through the river. A lot of times we can get the trash sort of cleaned up, but I wanted you to see firsthand on what we have to deal with on a daily basis in the county with our office.
And this is not something everybody gets to see, so you are seeing something I've never seen before. A couch in the river, they pulled it out. What was going on there?
Well, we don't know how the couch got there. I mean, obviously someone dumped it, but it was huge, and it's just a little larger job than what our staff can sort of take care of.
Right. So you had some special guys out there with some special equipment. They said it was a hide-a-bed. It was stuck.
Right.
They put a pulley around it and actually pulled it out of the river.
Right, right. Well, like I said, some jobs are a little just too large for us, and we have to contract those jobs out.
Yeah.
And just about everything that's down the river today is huge stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of dump truck loads today. I'm talking dump truck loads today, so the county's getting cleaned up.
That's right, and that's the kind of stuff that you don't want citizens out in the river trying to pull a couch out.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No, probably not.
No, I wouldn't try it. They did say that they picked up a dump truck load of tires.
Right.
A lot of trash dumped over the side like we talked about earlier.
A lot of television sets today.
Yeah.
A lot of sofas, chairs.
Yeah, I have to say
Animals.
that was exciting. Yeah, now that is something else. Animals, actually, dogs and stuff down there.
Yes, very sad.
Yeah, but it's good to get cleaned up.
Right, have to get that cleaned up, especially with tourist season coming.
That's right. Now, one thing just before we leave you, we wanted to make sure the folks at home know, just to reiterate, it's illegal to dump your trash next to your neighbors who's getting theirs picked up by Waste Pro or another hauler. It's illegal also to go and dump your trash in somebody's dumpster.
You are correct, because it creates quite a hassle for everyone that has to get that dumpster dumped.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have the means to take care of that, and it costs a lot of extra expense for that. So they will throw furniture, paint, building materials, which things that they have to get separated out before it comes to the landfill.
Yeah, and so that is illegal.
So it is illegal.
It's illegal to dump down the bank. It's illegal. That's obvious, but those two things are also illegal. If somebody does not, we've talked, it's the cheapest to just get Waste Pro or another garbage hauler to pick up your trash. If you're in the county, Waste Pro's the one. Just contract with them. It's not that expensive. It's easy. But if you just can't afford it, just don't want to do it, you can bring it to the transfer station.
Transfer station and the landfill.
And the landfill, and they will take your trash for you.
Yes.
So, and it would be lovely not to see anybody dump any more couches in the river.
Right.
That
it's too beautiful. We need to keep it clean.
That's exactly right. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Buncombe Life. I love it when it gets warm enough to get outside. And can you hear that? Those are ducks on the river. They're beautiful, and it's beautiful out here at Ledges. Two things I wanted to leave you with. One, if you can get out and about and enjoy your county this summer, do it. It is beautiful down here by the river. If you can help us clean it up, call Rick and find out how. We would love to have you do that too. Also want you to know that coming up this year we're doing Grow BC together. If you haven't heard about that, go to buncombecounty.org/grow, find out more about it. And then stay tuned to our website in April. It's getting an overhaul. It's going to look all new. You want to check it out. And find out how you can follow us be our friend on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get involved that way. But definitely get out and see this county. Every time I'm out here, I'm proud of it. I'm proud to live here. And join us next month for Buncombe Life.